A pirate boat tries to board the vessel, and that's the response from the private security on board.
In the Gulf of Aden, filled with vulnerable ships full of goods, these Somali criminals grab anything they can.
Navy rescuing a German ship from Somali pirates.
Pirates are lurking in every corner of the high seas, and some attacks are brutally caught on camera. Videos show these terrifying attacks up close, where pirates rush in, desperate and fierce. Why, since the Somalis started attacking, do these ships have to carry private armies on board? Let us witness the most devastating videos of Somali pirates attacking every vulnerable ships they could find. Battles on the blue frontier, Somali pirates versus global shipping. The atmosphere in these waters is tense. Each passing ship might as well be a floating treasure chest, full of potential riches. Videos that capture these maritime confrontations shed light on the dramatic and dangerous interactions between ships and pirates. Intense battles where the stakes are exceedingly high. Consider the scenes depicted in these videos where security teams on cargo ships prepare to confront pirate boats. The fact that these ships are equipped with armed guards underscores the seriousness of the piracy threat. Now, shipping companies are taking no chances, arming their vessels to ensure they are not easy targets. When pirates approach, the security teams are quick to respond, signaling their preparedness and willingness to defend the ship at all costs. These encounters often start with a sudden warning that pirates are near, putting everyone on board on high alert. The security teams trained to deal with exactly these situations watch the approaching boats closely, gauging how severe the threat might be. If a pirate boat gets too close, the situation intensifies rapidly. The security team, efficient and disciplined, works to fend off the initial attackers while staying ready for more trouble. Should another pirate boat think the ship an easy target, it too is met with fierce resistance, repelled by gunfire and forced to retreat. This back and forth, a tense game of aggression and defense, is captured in real time in these videos. They show the sophisticated measures now standard on many ships and the bold, often reckless challenges by pirates. This footage serves as both documentation and a warning of the constant danger in these waters. Here, the roles of hunter and hunted are constantly shifting, each side pushed by their needs, strategic thinking, and sheer determination to come out on top. When it comes to dealing with Somali pirate attacks, there's a kind of practiced routine that kicks in. In one typical encounter, the pirates were stopped before they could even climb aboard, and the targeted ship continued safely on its journey, almost as if nothing had happened. This might make you think handling pirate attacks is straightforward if you have the right security in place. However, this paints only half the picture of what really goes on in these dangerous waters. Many ships still navigate these risky routes without any form of protection. Among these are humanitarian ships, which carry aid but no weapons, leaving them extremely vulnerable. Then there are smaller companies whose budgets stretch only so far, certainly not far enough to include the cost of armed guards. These ships, often unprotected and exposed, are prime targets for pirates. It's a harsh reality that these vessels are essentially easy prey, openly inviting pirates for an attack. Consider a video that captures such a moment. Pirates close in on an unprotected ship. The footage, taken from afar, showcases the boldness of the pirates and the desperation of the ship's crew. To defend themselves, the crew uses what little they have, powerful jets of water aimed at the pirates trying to board their vessel. This method, while basic, uses the force of water to try to push the pirates away, potentially knocking them into the sea if they get too close. But pirates are not easily deterred. They keep trying to board, driven by the possibility of taking over the ship. Their persistence is clear, but so is the crew's determination to survive. Despite the precariousness of their situation, the ship's crew manages to put some distance between themselves and the pirates, eventually making a narrow escape. It's more about luck and quick thinking than any serious defensive strategy. This incident highlights a significant gap in maritime security. The difference in readiness between ships with security and those without is stark, and pirates are quick to take advantage of this disparity. For every ship that manages to escape unscathed, many others aren't so lucky and end up being captured or harmed. This situation is like a dangerous game where the rules are unfairly tipped in favor of the pirates, and the stakes involve real lives and valuable cargo. The ongoing threat posed by pirates in these waters shows just how critical proper security is. Yet, not all can afford it, and this creates an uneven playing field where some ships can fend off attackers, while others can't do much but hope for the best. Each journey through these pirate-infested waters is a gamble, with outcomes ranging from narrow escapes to disastrous captures. The ocean here is a treacherous territory where every passing ship must face the possibility of a pirate attack, and every crew must be prepared for a confrontation that could arrive at any moment. Navigating waters known for Somali piracy isn't just risky, it's an area where having strong security measures is absolutely essential. The phrase "locked and loaded" isn't just for show, it's a literal requirement for survival. Somali pirates aren't picky about their targets. They'll go after any ship they can catch, motivated purely by what they might gain from taking control of it. The danger is real and ever-present, and anyone brave enough to sail these waters must be fully prepared to defend their vessel. The reality is stark for those who traverse these treacherous seas. If a ship's crew can't afford professional security, they often have no choice but to arm themselves. In one video, see how quickly a situation can escalate. A group on a ship spots Somali pirates approaching and instantly springs into action. There's no hesitation. The crew knows exactly what's at stake. They grab AK-47s, ready to confront the pirates head-on. Leaving Hollywood behind, we now face the dangerous waters. High seas standoff near Somalia. The fight that follows is tense and dangerous. The crew shoots at the pirates, trying to keep them away. During this, the ship's captain sends out urgent calls for help, hoping for a quick rescue. Meanwhile, the crew keeps firing, determined to stop the pirates from boarding their ship. The video cuts off suddenly, leaving the ending unknown. However, it's clear that the crew was ready to do whatever it took to stop the attackers. Their response was quick and strong, but it felt more like a desperate last effort than a planned defense. The unclear ending of the video adds to the tension, showing that such fights can go either way. This type of scenario underscores a harsh truth about sailing in pirate-heavy waters. Being ready to fight is not just advisable, it's essential. Crews must be vigilant, always watching the horizon for potential threats. Each journey through these waters is fraught with potential danger, where every passing minute can bring a new threat. The relentless threat of piracy forces crews to live in a state of constant readiness, where even a moment's hesitation can lead to disaster. Life at sea in these regions is more about survival than navigation, with each crew member playing a crucial role in safeguarding their ship. The ocean in these parts is not just a pathway for ships, but a battleground, where unpreparedness can cost dearly. In such an environment, every shadow on the water's surface is a potential danger, every unknown ship a possible pirate vessel. The stakes are incredibly high, and the cost of failure is even higher. It's a daunting reality for those who must pass through these waters, a reality where every trip requires not just skill and luck, but firepower and fierce determination. An intriguing incident unfolded off the coast of Somalia, involving a large Chinese ship allegedly carrying humanitarian aid. This vessel, rumored to be laden with valuable cargo, naturally attracted the attention of Somali pirates known for targeting ships traversing these perilous waters. Anticipating potential threats, the Chinese government took precautionary measures by deploying a naval vessel to escort the aid ship. This strategic move showcased a dual approach, providing humanitarian aid while ensuring the security of the vessel and its contents through military foresight. As the Chinese ship navigated the treacherous waters near Somalia, the presence of the escorting naval vessel was a deterrent to pirate attacks. The pirates, often quick to seize any opportunity for plunder, found themselves outmatched by the preparedness and military presence accompanying the aid ship. As the pirates approached the ship, hoping for an easy target, they were met with a prepared and armed naval crew. This clash at sea was captured on video, showing intense moments where the naval crew defended the ship against the pirate attack. The exchange of gunfire sent a clear message: the ship was under strong protection. Despite their persistence, the pirates were quickly overpowered by the superior military force. The pirates eventually realized they were in over their heads and surrendered. The capture of these pirates was documented as a warning to others who might consider similar attacks, illustrating that the Chinese Navy was not to be trifled with. Another episode from 2009 involves a Norwegian cargo ship that came under pirate attack near Somalia. With the ship in serious danger, the Norwegian government was unable to respond promptly and sought help internationally. The Canadian Navy responded, sending the warship HMCS Winnipeg to the rescue. The crew of the HMCS Winnipeg acted swiftly and efficiently, directly engaging the pirates in a confrontation that decisively ended with the pirates' capture. The actions of the HMCS Winnipeg's crew highlighted their capability and effectiveness in handling such threats. These events shed light on the ongoing issue of piracy and the international measures taken to address these dangers. Countries around the world are becoming more connected and cooperative when dealing with such threats, sending a strong signal to pirates and others about the robust defense that merchant ships can now expect. While these incidents might be thrilling to watch, they also hint at deeper issues, such as why piracy remains appealing to some in Somalia. These encounters are not just isolated incidents of crime, but are connected to broader socioeconomic problems. The stories of these confrontations at sea also make us think about the disparities that lead to such desperate acts by the pirates and the international community's efforts to stabilize these regions. The high seas encounters serve as real-life action scenes that also encourage a discussion about global responsibility and the need for a more equitable distribution of resources and opportunities. It's pretty funny when you think about it, how some Somali pirates seem to believe they can take on naval giants like the British Royal Navy and actually win. It's almost ridiculous. Imagine a little guy with no weapon at all trying to fight a giant. Consider a particular incident from January 2012 in the Indian Ocean where the British Royal Navy just happened to run into a group of Somali pirates. You'd think such a scary face-to-face would scare the pirates straight, but instead they foolishly charged ahead, filled with a misguided bravery, thinking they could actually compete with one of the most powerful navies on the planet. This confrontation didn't turn out to be a fair fight at all. Instead, it was more like a quick lesson in power dynamics. The Royal Navy officers didn't just overcome these pirates. They demonstrated what rapid and total control looks like on the sea. They swiftly overpowered the pirates, and in no time, these bandits were handcuffed and ready to be locked away. This clash wasn't just a defeat for the pirates. It was a display of just how unrealistic their hopes were. From recent gunfire to more high-sea dangers, the fight against piracy continues. The relentless struggle of Somali pirates. Then there's the tale of the Seaborne Spirit back in 2005 that further shows just how bold and careless these pirates can be. This cruise ship was moving along its merry way from Alexandria to Mombasa when suddenly, out of nowhere, it found itself under attack by Somali pirates, despite being a huge 100 nautical miles from Somalia's coast. Picture the fear among the passengers, who were there just for some fun and relaxation, now facing real danger. This wasn't a one-off event, but a clear example of how these pirates operate, attacking any vessel they come across without any fear or hesitation. Their recklessness knows no bounds. It doesn't matter if it's a powerful warship or a peaceful cruise ship, these pirates rush in all the same. Their behavior isn't just risky, it's downright foolish, stirring up trouble in international waters and making it hard for anyone to enjoy the sea. The video footage of these encounters serves as more than just a record of crimes at sea. It highlights an ongoing problem that affects everyone traveling by water. It shows just what happens when foolish courage meets controlled and decisive action by those tasked with maintaining safety on the seas. On board the ship, a tense voice echoes urgently through the speakers, urging everyone to stay inside. The message is clear and repeated. This is not a drill. Stay inside. We are trying to get away from them. The ship is under attack, not by one, but two pirate boats, each filled with 9 to 12 heavily armed pirates, brandishing automatic weapons and RPGs. This is no minor skirmish. It's a full-scale assault on the high seas. As the ship's crew scrambles to respond, they turn to a modern marvel of technology for help, a long-range acoustic device. This device isn't your typical piece of equipment. It uses the power of sound to defend the ship. It produces a loud, piercing noise at frequencies specifically designed to target the human ear's most sensitive range. The idea is to use this intense sound to create unbearable discomfort for the pirates, disrupting their ability to coordinate or even maintain their assault. The sound is so severe that it can cause physical pain, forcing the attackers to cover their ears and retreat. Thankfully, the device proves effective. Amidst the high-pitched chaos, the ship manages to pull away, narrowly escaping the pirates' clutches. It eventually reaches the safety of Port Victoria, where the passengers, surely shaken by the ordeal, disembark. They are safe for now, relieved to be on solid ground again after such a terrifying encounter. But the sea itself is another unpredictable force that the pirates often contend with. The ocean does not discriminate or take sides. During another incident captured on camera, a group of pirates targets a cargo ship, hoping for an easy victory. However, they find themselves struggling against the powerful ocean currents. These natural forces prove to be as formidable as any man-made defense, complicating the pirates' efforts to approach their target. The waves toss their small boats around, showing just how merciless the sea can be. It's easy to assume that these pirates enjoy the thrill of the hunt, but their reality is far more complex. Behind their aggressive pursuits lies desperation, a stark choice between dire economic circumstances and the perilous life of piracy. Each attack on a ship is a desperate act, a risky attempt to seize goods under dangerous conditions. The pirates not only face resistance from armed crews and technological deterrents like the L-Raid, but also the raw, untamed power of the ocean itself. Their life at sea is a constant battle, not just against the targets of their raids, but against the elements. The ocean's mood swings with the weather. Calm one moment and violently turbulent the next can thwart their plans without warning. Each expedition these pirates embark on is laden with risks, from the resistance they might meet from their human adversaries to the vast, unpredictable environment they navigate. This blend of human conflict and natural challenges paints a full picture of Somali piracy, a life fraught with danger at every turn, where survival depends on more than just firepower and bravery. The truth of their existence is a tangled mix of courage, desperation, and the constant threat posed by the natural world around them. At this moment in the footage, it would seem the Somali pirates were mastering the ocean with ease and expertise. Yet suddenly they decide to turn back, a choice that initially appears to defy logic, given their reputation for relentless aggression. The explanation for this retreat is somewhat simple yet unexpected. Having approached the ship from the less favorable side, they inadvertently allowed the larger vessel to generate heavy waves. These waves began to slow their small boat, gradually weakening their advance until they chose to withdraw altogether. This unexpected maneuver was crucial, as it left the ship and its occupants free to continue safely on their journey. Observers speculated that the pirates might have retreated due to receiving news of a more vulnerable target elsewhere. However, the real story seems to be that their tactical error in positioning their boat left them at a disadvantage, outmaneuvered by the natural reactions of the sea, stirred up by the ship they aimed to seize. These events unfolded in a region notorious for its pirate activity, with the pirates often targeting ships carrying valuable commodities. Among the most sought after are oil tankers, rich with what is globally acknowledged as a highly coveted resource, oil. The world has witnessed countries and corporations clash over this black gold, which commands the stage in global conflicts and economics. Somali pirates, well aware of the oil's value, often prioritize these tankers in their raids, knowing well the payoff a successful attack can bring. From one dangerous encounter to another, we explore more threats at sea, the harsh realities of modern piracy. This specific encounter serves as a stark example of the ongoing challenges and threats that exist in these waters. Pirate attacks off the Somali coast remain a significant risk, reflecting broader issues of regional instability and the high stakes involved in maritime trade routes. The pursuit of oil continues to drive much of the conflict in these areas, drawing a diverse array of actors into a complex web of economic and territorial disputes. Thus, the incident not only highlights the risks faced by maritime vessels, but also the broader geopolitical tensions surrounding the trade in vital resources. It underscores the unpredictable nature of piracy in the region and the continuous danger these seafarers face as they navigate through some of the world's most treacherous waters. The confrontation that was avoided here illustrates the precarious balance of power at sea, where human cunning and natural forces collide, often with life-altering consequences for those caught in the middle. A significant maritime incident was recorded, showcasing a tense situation involving a large ship and a group of Somali pirates. The ship's captain, seasoned in navigating such perils, recognized the gravity of their situation as pirates attempted to board. The sheer scale of the vessel posed a significant challenge to the attackers, who struggled to scale its towering sides. These pirates, known for their stubborn persistence, relentlessly tried to hijack the ship, but the vessel's size and the crew's preparedness thwarted their efforts. Despite the pirates' dogged attempts, their endeavor to take over the ship was ultimately fruitless. After several failed attempts and considerable time wasted, they realized the futility of their actions and reluctantly decided to retreat in search of an easier target. This episode, while seemingly a stroke of luck for the ship's crew and owners, highlighted the stark need for enhanced security measures aboard such vessels. Another striking episode unfolded back in 2009 when pirates set their sights on what they believed was a vulnerable target. Their target, however, was a naval supply ship under the operation of the German Navy. The pirates, oblivious to the true nature of their target, soon found themselves outmatched. The naval crew, having kept the pirates under surveillance, awaited the right moment to act. Once they received the necessary authorization, they launched a swift and decisive counterattack. The pirates, caught off guard by the overwhelming military force, were quickly subdued and taken into custody. This incident was a clear demonstration of the effectiveness of military preparedness and tactical response in deterring and managing pirate threats. These maritime encounters are more than just isolated incidents. They reflect the broader, harsh realities of life at sea for those working on ships. Mariners, whether aboard oil tankers or cargo ships, not only navigate the natural challenges of the ocean, but also confront human threats like piracy. The lucrative salaries offered in these roles are compensations for the high risks involved, demanding constant vigilance and a readiness to confront potential dangers. The resourcefulness of a crew member aboard an oil tanker proved crucial. As pirates pursued their vessel, one quick-thinking sailor utilized a water hose to fend off the attackers. This action provided the crew enough time to secure themselves and take necessary precautions. Although this solution was temporary, it raised concerns about the ongoing safety of the crew and the effectiveness of such makeshift defenses against determined pirates. The difficulties faced by pirates in their attempts to board moving ships highlight the multifaceted challenges of maritime piracy. These challenges are not limited to outmaneuvering the armed defenses of ships, but also include the physical difficulties of boarding a large, swiftly moving vessel from a smaller boat. Each encounter on the high seas between pirates and ships underscores the perilous nature of maritime work and the constant threat lurking for those who traverse these vast, unpredictable waters. Each journey is fraught with potential dangers, turning every voyage into a narrative of survival and resilience against the odds. It's hard to say exactly what happened, but it's likely that the crew on that ship didn't have a good time at all. The whole situation seems like a bad deal. They went through a lot of trouble for very little reward, just a few peanuts, metaphorically speaking. It's a clear case of risk not being worth the reward. When it comes to dealing with a group as tough as the military, it's probably best to steer clear, especially the Russians. They have a strong reputation for being harsh and unforgiving in battle. No matter where it happens, when the Russians decide to pursue you, surviving the encounter is often unlikely. A group of pirates learned this the hard way. They must have thought they were smart or lucky enough to succeed, but they were wrong. They ventured boldly, perhaps too boldly, into dangerous waters, thinking they could outsmart one of the most formidable military forces. Their mistake was not respecting the strength and strategy of their opponent. This oversight likely led to severe consequences. One can imagine the pirates, in the midst of their attempt, suddenly realizing the scale of their error. The harsh reality of engaging with a superior force must have hit them hard. Perhaps in those moments, they understood the depth of their miscalculation, but by then it was too late to turn back. The lesson here is clear: overconfidence can be disastrous, especially when facing an opponent known for a no-nonsense approach to conflict. Their experience serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of underestimating your enemies, particularly those with a proven track record of toughness. The pirates' misadventure probably forced them to rethink their strategies, if they managed to survive, that is. It's a brutal lesson on the importance of knowing when to fight and when to hold back, a lesson bought with more than just a few peanuts. Moving past these shadows, we face the high risks of open waters, confronting pirates beyond the horizon. At 2147, a band of pirates made the ill-advised decision to attempt a takeover of a Russian naval ship. Predictably, their plan was fraught with peril from the start. The moment the Russian crew caught sight of the would-be hijackers, the outcome was all but sealed. In a display of swift retaliation, the Russians fired a volley of warning shots around the pirates' small boat, a tactic meant to intimidate and deter further aggression. This show of force achieved its intended effect with remarkable efficiency. The pirates, likely unprepared for such a robust response, found themselves completely outclassed. A small boat, manned by seasoned Marine officers, quickly launched from the Russian vessel. Approaching the pirate craft, these officers executed a methodical arrest of each pirate, demonstrating a level of precision and preparedness that was starkly absent in the pirates' haphazard plan. The captured pirates were then taken aboard the naval ship, where they were detained and interrogated. The audacity of the pirates in thinking they could successfully commandeer a naval vessel was bewildering. The notion of challenging a well-equipped military ship and expecting any degree of success was a glaring oversight in their judgment. From the beginning, their strategy seemed destined to fail. This incident serves as a vivid reminder of the persistent threat of piracy that looms over the world's oceans. It matters little whether the target is a massive cargo ship or a modest passenger ferry. Pirates, particularly those hailing from Somalia, remain undeterred and continue to scour the seas for potential targets. Yet, even the smallest and seemingly vulnerable vessels can sometimes mount a formidable defense, surprising their would-be attackers with a resilience that belies their size. For example, there was an occasion when passengers aboard a small boat successfully repelled a pirate attack. This incident not only highlights the unpredictable nature of maritime confrontations, but also underscores the bravery exhibited by ordinary individuals when faced with dire threats. Through these examples, it becomes clear that the seas are a domain filled with unpredictable dangers. Every vessel navigating these waters, whether for commerce, transportation, or less lawful pursuits, must be prepared to face unexpected challenges. The ocean offers no favors. The unwary or the unprepared are often met with harsh lessons, whether through the disciplined response of a military crew or the surprising resistance of seemingly easy targets. The high seas are a realm where every journey has the potential to turn into a struggle for survival, reminding all who travel upon them of the constant need for vigilance and readiness. The vast expanse of the ocean, a small sailboat glided across the water, its crew blissfully unaware of the imminent threat lurking nearby. Another vessel, this one loaded with Somali pirates, was silently tracking them, preparing for an encounter. As the pirate boat closed in, the mood aboard the sailboat shifted from tranquility to tension. Sensing the danger, one of the passengers took action, swiftly retrieving a rifle from below deck, ready to defend their vessel. The pirates, seasoned in the art of maritime ambush, might have expected their approach to go unnoticed until it was too late for the sailboat to react. However, the visible preparation for defense by the sailboat's crew prompted a surprising decision. The pirates, calculating the risk of a confrontation with an armed and ready opponent, chose to withdraw. This decision, influenced perhaps by the assertive stance of the lone rifleman, highlighted an often overlooked aspect of human conflict: the power of deterrence. This episode on the water serves as a stark reminder of the persistent danger posed by piracy in these regions. Over the years, while incidents of piracy had seen a decline, recent activities suggested a worrying revival. Such threats tarnish the romantic notion of the sea as a realm of endless adventure and freedom, replacing it with a narrative of caution and vigilance. Meanwhile, another encounter unfolded further along the coast where a heavily fortified ship was sailing. This vessel, unlike the small sailboat, was equipped with a robust security team. When pirates targeted this ship, anticipating a lucrative raid, they were met with unexpected resistance. The security team, trained for such threats, responded with a barrage of defensive fire. The pirates, though initially bold, found themselves outgunned and overwhelmed. This encounter highlighted the effectiveness of well-prepared maritime security in thwarting pirate attacks. These confrontations underscore the crucial need for stringent security measures on ships traversing high-risk waters. The dream of peaceful sea voyages now requires the reality of armed guards and strategic planning to mitigate the risks of piracy. As sailors and maritime companies navigate these treacherous waters, the balance between the allure of the sea and the dangers it holds becomes increasingly complex. Each journey out to sea must be weighed with careful consideration of these risks. The choice to sail requires not just a love for the ocean, but also a readiness to face its perils. Life at sea, with its promise of freedom and adventure, continues to draw many to its shores. Yet the resurgence of piracy serves as a constant reminder of the challenges that come with it. The necessity for vigilance and preparedness casts a shadow over the idyllic image of sailing, compelling those who venture out to arm themselves against potential threats. The decision to embrace a life at sea is a testament to the enduring human spirit's desire to explore, despite the dangers that lurk beneath the waves. Is the freedom of the high seas worth the rising risks of piracy? Like, comment, and subscribe to join the discussion and share your thoughts.